You have a lot of landlords who have what's called an income property. So maybe they're not part of a big apartment complex, but they're an individual who may have had a starter home and they have maybe expanded their family and went and bought another home. And now they're using the first home as income property, and they're renting it out to individuals or families. Well, there will come time where the tenants are not paying rent for whatever reason or withholding rent. Well, we ensure that the landlords know what their rights are, right, in the state of Georgia, that even if there's an issue in the property, let's say, for example, the AC in the dead of summer is not working. And so because of that, the tenant now has decided that they're not going to pay the rent. Well, the law says you don't get to withhold rent. The duty to pay rent and the covenant that you've signed with the landlord to pay the rent is separate and distinct. So although the landlord has an absolute duty to repair, the tenant has an absolute duty to pay the rent each month. And they don't get to withhold it because things aren't going their way. They still have a duty to pay that landlord. And if they're withholding rent, not paying the landlord, overstaying their lease, causing damages to the landlord's property, bringing in folks into the property that are not on the lease, we have an opportunity to educate landlords and represent landlords in the eviction proceedings. A lot of times the tenant may file a counterclaim. And so being that I've worked on both sides, we know what that counterclaim is going to look like. And so we're already prepared to respond to that accordingly for the landlord.